Miserable with your art? Well, that probably won't change, but hopefully these tips will help. Number 1. The 6 shades. White, highlight, mid-tone, mid-shadow, dark shadow, and reflection. Now that's a lot to remember, but trust me, they help. Always start by making your 6 shades and then incorporate them into your art. Start with your mid-tone, which is your base. Go in with your mid-shadow. Use your dark shadow in only some places like underneath the jaw. Use highlights sparingly to make things pop, such as on a cheek. You can then add a white dot to make it even more shiny. Tip number 2. Reflection. Unless you are in space, everything has reflection. For example, this is a moon in space. This is a moon figurine on Earth. See that there is a lighter tone here? This tone must be lighter than your dark shade, but darker than your mid-shadow. You will add the reflection in almost every shadow, whether dark or mid. Or underneath a lip, for example. See how the lip color reflects onto the skin? Working in color, make sure to make the reflection color close to the color it is reflecting, such as a pot standing on a red floor. Make the reflection on the pot a bit red, because light is bouncing off of the red floor and onto the pot. Different materials count too, such as, if it's a stone floor which the pot is standing on, the stone does not reflect as much. In this case, just make it a bluish color, like the sky, or depending on the light source in the area. Is it orange because of sunset, or purple because of a club light? Speaking of colors, if you're working with color, there are more principles to learn, and I have a video for that as well. Check it out on my channel. Tip number 3. Good reference. Use references in the beginning of your art journey that have strong shadows. Once you get better, you can use references with lighter shading and lighter shading. But remember, the more contrast between the shadows and highlights, the more your picture will pop. Speaking of pop, this is my next tip. Tip number 5. Go bold. One mistake beginner artists always make when it comes to shading is going too light. Go darker. Even if your anatomy isn't that good shading can make it look professional. Don't be afraid. If you feel your picture is lacking, try making your mid-shade and dark shade darker. And whether your art style is more like mine, which does not make real use of shading, practice with these principles first to get an understanding of how things work. And then you can know when to use very little shading and where. But line art is just as important and will also make your art pop. I have another video for that and I'll leave the link in the description or right here. I hope these tips helped you as they helped me. I've struggled a lot over my art journey because I didn't know tips like these. So I'm glad you chose to watch my video. So like and subscribe, cause you have to. Okay, bye!